If you look in her eyes, you can see this fire and this intensity that just reaches out to all of us and says, we have to treat her. Children with burns have had a severe injury, and that injury is not just external. Those are injuries that impair or prevent kids from having a good time. It's hard. She comes to us frightened, without parents, without anything familiar. And it's our job to try to give her comfort. And while doing that, somehow get an assessment about what her needs are. It's my understanding that her wound had been there open for 3 years, despite local efforts at trying to get it to heal. It's no surprise there were no skin elements on the entire top of her head.
We even debated back and forth, how open is the wound? Is it scabbed over? It was just hard to tell from the photographs. She had a sweet little face, and we were kind of sold at that point, regardless of what was in. We take this off? You ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3. Okay. No, it doesn't hurt.
Oops.
Oh, look at that.
No.
Oh, that's okay.
No more.
It's meant to help. Can I look? Oh, makaboo. Wow. Okay, go ahead. Ready? I will count. 1, 2. I think the first night when she took a bath with her new skin graft and she touched the top of her head and realized that it wasn't hurting anymore, she started laughing. Baby! And then she took some time to, in this quiet little voice, she thanked Jamie and she thanked me. And it was just this moment where I was fighting back tears. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's good. No more. No more.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
I have a few inspirations that would lead me to host a child. I think first and foremost, it would come from my faith of just really believing that we serve a big God who loves all children of this whole world. As a teacher, I really work hard on teaching social justice as best as I can and teaching students that they're citizens of this world and that they have a responsibility to help.
Typically, a host family will welcome a child into their home for 6 weeks during the summer. They do what you do, they fold into your routines and your life, and so saying goodbye to them is really hard and sad.
And lastly, Joy wants you to remind you to keep trying those fruits and vegetables in hopes that one day you will learn to eat them and like them. So have safe travels and we love you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Some of the criticisms people have are, how can you bring kids over here and then send them back having exposed them to all these amazing things and then they go back to having nothing. And the idea that even though we're sending them back to what they came from, they have memories and maybe new hopes and dreams for their futures that wouldn't have been there otherwise.
It's important for me to expose Arefa to as much of her culture as possible while she's here in the States. The sense that she's around things that she knows and she feels safe. And it also just allows her to feel a piece of home when she's so far away from everything she knows. I get asked the question a lot, how are you going to feel when she leaves? And I think both Stacy and I will just grieve the loss of her. She has brought life to this house. She's brought life to us, and she's just a joy to be around.
I think I'm gonna fall asleep with her. Okay.
Yeah!
Oh my goodness, I thought you were a pillow. You're not a pillow?
You pillow!
I thought you were a pillow.
You
I
pillow!
thought it was you.
I call her my little sidekick. She's with me 24/7. And in the same token, she has a family back home that we talk about a lot. And I just have to imagine that they're longing to see her and see the new her, the new head, the new joyful Arefa that doesn't have pain.
What's in the future for Arefa? It's hard for me to know. It's no surprise to me that someone showing her courage made it this far. And I think that's the reason that she was able to survive, so malnourished, with a large open wound for so long.
For me to want to keep her one day longer away from her family would just be selfish on my end. And so it brings a peace to my heart, is what I would say, knowing that she's going home to be united with her family, who she desperately loves and misses.